Danny done messed up now. Danny done messed up now. It's like why she can't go long without having some man in her bed. But hey y'all, and welcome back to another review of Life with Chelsea. This is for Tyler Perry Sister Season 5, Episode 18. Okay, so Danny done slept with Q based on the preview. She done slept with him. And I was like, no, this is not how I wanted um them to find out or Danny to find out who Q was or whatever. I was hoping they went in a different route, but let's start from the beginning. So Zach and Aaron over here fighting like crazy. Listen, don't flip. Listen, first Zach punching him, then Aaron start punching him, then look like Aaron flipped him over the table and everything. Then they just fighting and stuff. Robin holding Andy back, and Karen screaming and stuff. Fatima and what's her name, Angela walk in. So the dude come over. I don't know if he the owner. I don't know if he just a little server dude. But he stopped telling him. He called him. He did say he was gonna call the police and everything. But yeah, he came over and stopped. But they was trying to tell him. You had Fatima telling him, telling Zach that let's go. Aaron telling Zach to get out and everything, and Karen trying to tell Aaron let's go. Then Andy telling Karen let's go and everything. They just fighting like crazy. They fighting and stuff, and I was like, dog, man. But I said, listen, all this for nothing. Then when they about to go, that's when the dude was like, he calling the police and everything, and Fatima was like, F him and the police. And then Angela talking about some she was flirting with him basically. I said, you little troublemaker. Then she was still in the car. She was still in the freaking car. Listen, just like Andy finna get Fatima and Karen straight about their friendship on next week's episode, Fatima gonna have to get Angela straight about butting in and interfering. Excuse me. I guess that's why they say you're not supposed to tell your friends about what your friends or family about what's going on in your relationship or whatever. But in this case, Angela was the one who came to Fatima with the picture and everything. I still want to know who the friend is because Karen said she didn't do it, and I choose to believe her. She said she didn't do it, y'all. So all this for nothing or whatever. She was like she just was being nice and everything. See, they was in a good space, and now they back where they started for nothing over this doggone picture. Then Angela over here like Zach was really going off. Zach did this. Zach was really angry. You sure you want to go back or you whatever? You don't want to come back with me? I said, take your butt out. I said, what was that? What was that? The Michael Jackson video Rock My World or something like that when Chris Tucker was like, girl, get in this car, all this trouble you don't cause. Y'all remember that? It's on YouTube. He said, get in the car, all this trouble you don't cause. And that's the way I feel about Angela talking about. And you shocked because he over here fighting, trying to defend himself and his relationship. But Gary pops up after the fight because they show Robin at the bar drinking and everything. He pop up. I said, this stalker. Now he did have a track on. Didn't he have a track on the blue car he gave Andy and everything? So of course. But I said, is he following Andy and Robin? I said, man, listen, Gary done since season 1. He been proving who he is, but Andy just ain't taking heed. Even Robin later tried to warn her, or not warn her, but say, his behavior is questionable or whatever. I ain't even gonna say questionable. Ain't no question about it. The man is psychotic a little. I ain't gonna say a little. He got issues. We gonna leave it at that. But Gary basically gloating and everything, and Robin talking too much. They both talking too much for me. If y'all both trying to get one up on the other person and everything, why would you share the information with the person too soon or whatever? Excuse me. But yeah, Gary gloating about, oh, you can't come up with the money. You got 24 hours to come up with the money. So Robin gonna tell this man that he already put the money in the account. First of all, you don't tell him that you got the money, and you definitely don't tell him you put it in an account, especially where you work at like at the law firm or whatever, and Hayden in on it with him, and he got connections, and they been watching you and all this other stuff. At first, when he was talking to Andy, I was like, okay, he got a plan or whatever, but he didn't reveal it, so we just gonna have to wait and see. But they both was exposing their moves way too fast. I said at this point the session has to stop with both Hayden and Gary. Cause okay, so after Robin leaves, I could have sworn I was trying to look in the background. I thought that's why I thought that Robin had a plan because I was like, it looked like he had came back in or whatever. But they never showed it. They showed Gary calling Hayden and letting him know that he got the money. And he was like, how you get the money? And they about to find out because he said it was in the account. He's like, I can find out. I said, I bet you can with your nose, it mess itself or whatever. But Tamara's still with Hayden and everything. And like I said, Gary lets Hayden know that Robin came up with the money. And I said, these two, they finna figure out where the money came from and everything. So he get off the phone with him and he's talking to Tamara. She's like, she gotta go because she gotta go look for another job. And he took everything, her husband and all this other extra stuff, just reeling Hayden in at this point. But I'm not too sure that she ain't being reeled in as well. Let him say he gonna take care of her or provide her with this. Who's to say she ain't gonna back out of the plan or whatever? But yeah, he gullible. Hayden is gullible. He trying to take care of Tamara already. He trying to get her. He like, oh, I'm gonna help you find a job or whatever. He gonna find out what she good at and everything. So then they go back to Fatima and Angela. They in the car and everything. They in front of her house, her and Zach's house. Let me get that straight, cause she already got mad on today's episode or whatever. I said, let me get that straight now. So Angela's still talking a little too much for me. She like, you sure he gonna come straight home? First she was talking about how he was behaving and fighting and he was really mad. He was really mad. You think he ain't mad? Y'all done got him over here accusing him of something he did not do. He did not do. Of course you're gonna be mad too. And you about to lose the woman you love over some foolishness. For no reason or whatever. For no reason. But yeah, she talking about something. Then she talking about something. You sure you gonna come straight home? I said, she being messy at this point. And Fatima should have shaked her about that. She should have, listen, they gonna have to. If they gonna, especially if they talking about getting married, listen, my opinion is this. They should not get married right now, but we gonna get to that part. But she's still talking to being mess. You don't stir it up. You got these folks. Both of them could potentially go to jail because you don't stir up this mess. I know the lady, your friend, sent the picture, and more than likely you would want to know if he kissing or hugging somebody else. Okay, I get that part. But the fact that you sit, I keep saying it. The fact that you sit there and watch the whole interaction and still chose to send the picture without giving some type of disclaimer, some type of warning, some type of notification, like, okay, this is what happened. But I just wanted you to know, did she know about this? Or I wanted you to know about it or whatever. You didn't do none of that. So who is the friend? Who is the doggone friend? Let me find out it's the lady that Zach also was with, Fatima, other friend or whatever. But they won't disclose no type of names or nothing. Just like with the credit card situation. I don't like that. Don't introduce a storyline if you ain't gonna fully show it or whatever. But let's see. Zach says, okay, they get in the house. Fatima still was trying to take care of him and everything. I think what she get, some ice or something for his hand. And excuse me. So Fatima want to know what that was about. I was like, why y'all keep asking these crazy questions? What you think it was about? He defended, and they still don't view it as him, that the reason he would be mad is because he actually didn't do nothing or whatever. Somebody, what was that about? So Zach says that he fought Aaron because he don't mind his business, which is true. And some people said that he don't mind his business. So y'all was right. Y'all was right or whatever. But Fatima said it's because he mad at Karen. I say it's a combination of both. It got to be a combination of both or whatever. I don't know why I be saying or whatever. But yeah, Fatima gets mad because she's like, Zach's like, he just got to go lay down and everything. And she like, yeah, you lay down on this couch. And he's like, I ain't laying down on no couch in my house. And she like, oh, she got mad or whatever. She got mad. I said, oh, Lord. All this mess for nothing. He said he ain't laying down on this couch in his own house. So then Fatima brings up her ex and how he did her. And so I said, okay, for her to bring him up, she not over the hurt. She's definitely not over. How you ain't gonna be over the hurt, but over on Zatima, you over here trying to meet up with his mama and stuff. So they not ready for marriage, y'all. They definitely not. But yeah, she's not over the hurt that Ian caused her. Because she was like, that's the same thing my ex this and my ex that. And I said, you could tell that she's not over the hurt. He steady telling her he didn't kiss Karen, but she not listening. And they can't seem to figure out that's why he mad, because he actually didn't do nothing or whatever. And he's like, even at the restaurant after the fight, he was like, he keep trying to be a better person and all this stuff. And I get it, because every time you got Heather over here, you got Deja next door, you got Karen or whatever. But I'm disappointed because she said she didn't do it or whatever. And all this for nothing. They had a moment that was finally good. When no back and forth or none of that. Nothing. Then they should have known, y'all. Should have known. But now they keep getting into it. Fatima and Zach keep getting into it. And I'm like, okay, at some point, when do they display healthy love? Come on now. Because now, I got a question. Do y'all think that their relationship starting to seem toxic at this point? But, she not listening to him say he didn't kiss Karen. He tells her if she wants to leave, then go and everything. And I said, see, they're gonna have to have a stronger bond in this. They're gonna have to have a stronger bond in this. Marriage should not be on the table right now. And I didn't know it at first. I didn't even see that part. But later, well, we're gonna get to that part, but I'm gonna mention it anyways. She tells Andy notices that Fatima doesn't have a ring on. She said after the whole house thing, she put it on the kitchen table, and I was like, yeah, she be trying to run too much. And Zach told her anytime they have a disagreement or argument, she try to run, which is true. Excuse me. Which is true. She do be running, and the fact that she keep mentioning her ex and stuff, I would say yes. I would say yes. They definitely not ready for no doggone marriage, so they don't even need to be on the table at this point. But I said a lot of healing as well as boundaries need to occur before, they even go towards the marriage thing. A lot of healing because Fatima hasn't healed. I still think that Zach is battling some stuff. And they said over on Fatima season 2, they actually gonna show some things he's battling in regards to his family. And they're gonna show why he is the way he is or whatever. This is why I wish that they had a kind of finalized Sistas before they went over to Zatima and built the whole spinoff over there after the show ended. That would have made more sense to me, and have the cast from Sisters like visit sometime. That would to me would have made more sense because now you got to guess which part they on. Did they already reveal that they engaged? Did they already reveal that she had an abortion? Like you just because everybody may not watch the team, and then you like, hold on, when this happened and all that stuff, and then you forget. They definitely be forgetting what they wrote or whatever, and then they expect the fans to forget what they wrote. But yeah, marriage should not be on the table right now. A lot of healing as well as boundaries need to occur. Listen, you can be cordial with the mother or the father of your children without being disrespectful to your current partner or whatever. They be trying so hard to push the narrative that the two parents, the co-parents have to beef. They be that all parties involved have to be like if you with this person and they got a child by that person. Oh, you just gotta not like the person and stuff. I don't like that. No, y'all all can exist in peace if y'all have boundaries. Of course, ain't nobody gonna sit back and watch you disrespect them or whatever. But yeah, they gonna have to have boundaries. They both gonna have to heal or whatever. That's why I said they should have did this once they end the season, ended Sisters or whatever. That's my opinion. I think if they had an ended Sisters and then been like, okay, now Zach and Fatima are engaged and they build in their life, but they got both of them still going on, and it's confusing or whatever. But so Andy and Karen and Aaron make it back to Karen's place and everything. So Karen's like, why would Zach do this? She don't understand what's going on and all that. I said, now, then Pam well, he was on the phone. I don't know if he told. I think Pam was the one who said why Zach was mad about something or whatever. But then Karen was like, she didn't care about it. She wasn't worried about it and everything. So she want to know what's going on. So Andy lets Karen know now. Now, see, that's why you don't make promises. You be like, okay, what does it pertain to? I can't make no promise until I know what it pertains to, or whatever. Andy lets Karen know why Zach is mad, tells her about the picture and everything. So Karen said, why didn't you tell me and everything? And she said if you had told her, she could have called and let Zach know that she didn't do that. And all this could have been avoided, which is true. And Andy said she didn't want to betray Fatima. I said, no, listen, these people, they don't be too wise with their choice of words. I said, no, don't do that. I said, don't tell her you ain't want to betray this girl. I said, and then, so Karen had to remind her. She was like, how would you betray her? It's about her. It's about a picture of her, a picture with her in it. I said, now she made a lot of sense because y'all know I did that video and I said that. Everything Karen said, I said it. Everything she said, I said it exactly that. I said that. I said, now this is why this is why you don't make no doggone promises when you don't know what it's about. And this is why you should have had that talk a while ago. Look, I'm friends with both y'all, but if it pertains to one or the other, I can't be in the middle of it. She gonna promise this girl she wasn't gonna say nothing. Even when she said, promise me you're not gonna tell Karen. She should have been like, I can't do that. Or she should have been like, okay, if it involves Karen, I would feel like I was being disloyal if I kept that from her, so I would rather not know. Excuse me. Instead, she's like, I promise. I said, no, don't do that. And that's what the problem is. But on next week's episode, she's letting them both know she could be friends with both of them or whatever. But she also told Karen I think on this episode, or it might be next week episode, I forgot. But she was like, she don't talk to Fatima about her, and she don't talk to her about her or whatever. I said, actually, sometimes Fatima would be talking about the situation, but then she do be like, no, I can't tell you anything in regards to Karen. But in that moment, she did make the wrong decision, because when she said promise not to tell Karen, she should have said, I can't do that because I don't know what it's about or whatever. And Karen is my friend. She was my friend first, out of respect for her. If it involves her, I'd rather not know. And then if Fatima decided to still tell her anyways, and she was like, okay, she my friend, this involves her, so I would have to tell her. That's the way they should have handled that, in my opinion. That's the way, like, cause like people been saying that Andy can be friends with who she want, which is true. She definitely can. But in this situation, nah, cause it do look like disloyalty and betrayal, because it involves her. All this, look at these folks done got to fight and stuff, and all this could have been avoided. But Fatima keeps saying she's not the one, and she even told Zach she's not the one who sent it to me. But still, of course, he gonna think she did it because she was nice to him. At first, she was like beefing, they was beefing and stuff, and she just came out of nowhere being nice or whatever. See, all this could have been avoided. It was better communication. And this is why I said no marriage and all this. And they need to build a stronger sisterhood, because these folks ain't displaying no real friendship to me. They definitely not, or whatever. Let me see what else. I said, Karen said it was a picture that she was in, which is why Andy should have told her, or should have let them know if they're gonna be friends. Neither of them can talk to her about the other one. She should have asked Fatima before she promised, if it involved Karen. And like, it's basically like what I just said, that she should have asked her if it doesn't involve Karen, because she said promise not to tell Karen. Now, why wouldn't she want her to tell Karen? I don't know. Excuse me. Maybe she didn't want her to know. Maybe she thought her and Zach would figure it out. I don't know what she thought, but yeah, why would she not want her? But yeah, at least Andy is telling them next week. But the thing about that though is, like, Aaron told Karen, let me not skip past it. We're gonna get to that part though. Let me not skip past it. So they show Sabrina and Daddy. And Sabrina is basically just telling Danny that she lost her job, she don't know what she gonna do, and all that stuff. And so fast forward, because didn't nothing too much go on right there. Danny goes outside and she pulls out the phone. And once I heard that voice, I said, people right. They said that this lady was gonna call Q over. And that's exactly what she did. She done called Q to come over. And I said, listen, I understand that you may not feel the way that Preston feels and all that good stuff. But why is it that the wrong dudes always seem to get the chance? I don't understand at this point. Like, you couldn't make yourself. But then it's confusing. The writing is confusing, because they made it. They basically insinuated that she did have feelings for Preston. Now, I ain't saying marriage type feelings, because they ain't ready to get married either. What is this? But she did say she loved him, just not the way he loved her and everything. But, and I get that. You can't force yourself to feel nothing for somebody. It don't matter how good of a person they is. If they not right for you, they just not right. Because just because a person is a good person don't mean they right for you or whatever. But the fact that she keeps on ending up with these bogus dudes, giving them a chance, but she would not give Preston a real chance. That's my thing. You didn't give him no real chance. He kept trying with you even before the crazy proposal thing. And you didn't give him no chance. You giving these other dudes more of a, I don't know. Maybe she just like, some people just like to, just date or sleep around and stuff. If that's what you prefer, then that's what you prefer. Well, this gonna be a whole nother situation, because once she find out who Q is, but it's gonna be too late, because she already done slept with him. So now what is this? Now how they gonna get the man? Now how are they going? We gonna go? I might as well wait a minute. Yeah, we're gonna get to that part though. Cause how they gonna get to him? How are they gonna get this man now? She don't win and slept with him. Oh, Lord Jesus. But Aaron still was confident in Karen. I forgot to mention that Karen kicked Andy out. She was mad at her and everything. But Karen did end up saying that she's gonna apologize because of how she talked to Andy and everything. She was saying it wasn't fair. I forgot to mention also that Andy wanted Aaron to talk to Karen, but he was on hush mode. He didn't say nothing or whatever. Then he started talking when she left, when Karen went in the room. And Andy was like, you could have said something while she was there or whatever. I said, technically. Now, she halfway right, she halfway wrong. Because you could have, that's why you get them straight. But she is going to be getting them straight next week. Well, I said, see, this is why, excuse me. Definitely. But yeah, she is going to be getting them straight next week. And hopefully she gets them straight and sticks to it. That's the thing. You can tell them that you're gonna be friends with both of them, but then on another episode, you over here keeping stuff from folks. That's why you tell them, look, I don't want to know none of y'all business. I don't want nobody to feel like, oh, I'm telling you this, I'm telling you that, I'm keeping stuff from you. That's the way to solve that right there. But yeah, she said she gonna apologize and everything. But then she realizes that Pam hadn't sent her the video of her turning everything off, so she calls Pam and everything. And Pam crazy. Listen, Pam funny like the lady. What's the lady name? Miss Jody up on the Oval. She funny too, or whatever. But Pam says Zach going to hell for hitting one of the Lord's messengers. I said this girl crazy. But Fatima and Andy talk, and Andy tells Fatima she can stay with her because she said she was gonna go stay at a hotel and everything. And I said that's how Karen gonna come. What I forgot to write down, I be forgetting to write stuff down sometimes. How if the elevator door closed? I don't know. Maybe she had just heard it. Well, sometimes I think you can hear. But I was like, if it just opened, how did she hear that? I don't know. Maybe she just maybe before it started. It take a while to open. Maybe that's why. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. It take a while for the elevator door to open. Cause I was like, now she walked the door. The door had it didn't come open until after she had already said that stuff. So I was like, maybe she heard it through the door. Yeah, that's what we going with. She heard it through the door. But Andy asks, Robin goes to see Andy and everything and tell him that Gary knows about the money. Well, before that, he tells her that Gary showed up at the restaurant. Is he following them and everything? And she was like, she wouldn't put it past him. And he basically said, okay, and you were cool with that and everything? And she was like, she know how to handle it. Okay. But then he tells her that he knows about the money, and she was like, "You think that was wise or whatever?" And he was like, "It ain't nothing they could do. The money's already in the account." I said, you think," but she was like, "Don't underestimate him." Excuse me. I said, "Don't." When she said that about you think that was wise to tell Gary about the money, I said, "Right. They be exposing their moves too fast." That's what they say. They said, "Don't expose your move too fast because you never know, it could go either way." You give a person a chance to move on you when you expose your moves. But yeah, I said right. But he brought up a valid point about Gary following her. But you know, shit. Listen, everybody named mom don't try to warn her friends and all don't try to warn her about this man. Even his wife at the time tried to warn her about this man. Nobody. I said I don't know what's gonna happen. We in season 5. At this point, she's never gonna learn. At this point, she's definitely not gonna learn or whatever. Oh, they remember they was at the when they at the bank and what's that involving another one of the sisters when they was all trying to console her and stuff. And I was like, she just ain't gonna never learn. Like they gonna end when she learns is when the series finale gonna come. That's when she gonna learn. But Q ends up making it to Danny's and everything. And he trying his little manipulation tactics or whatever. He want to know why Danny doesn't trust me because she just questioned him and everything. I said, if that's the case, Danny, you shouldn't have gave him your address because this could have been written better. I wanted them to set him up, but she had to sleep with him. Yeah, why they make she sleep with everybody? Let me mind my okay. He want to know why Danny doesn't trust me. He says he gonna make her trust him and everything. He started taking off his clothes and she's like, "What you doing?" He's talking about he gonna prove he ain't got no weapons and all that. I said, "Yeah, okay, that's why you did it. That's why you took off your clothes." Yeah, alright. Q talking about he just want to lay in bed and have Danny hold him, and she's like, "Okay, that's what women say. That's what women say or whatever when they trying to play somebody and all that." And I said, "You want to get in bed, alright?" I said, "You sure want to get in bed because you ain't got nowhere to stay. That's why you want to get in bed." But and because you trying to sleep with her. But they show Maurice and they showed them putting somebody in the cell with him. And I said, okay, what's this about? So the dude started talking about he been watching Maurice since he came in. Started talking. If he been watching, why would they put him in the cell if he already been in there? Because he said he been there for a year, right? So why would they put him in there? So Maurice suspicious of him. I said, you right, Maurice, because I don't know. He started talking about the bank. He in there for bank fraud, and the prosecutor trying to get him. And I said, what he up to? And Maurice think he up to something too. Maybe he not, but it's just too convenient. That's just way too convenient or whatever. But I said, don't trust him. You definitely shouldn't or whatever. Maurice suspects he's working for the prosecutor. The way he was talking, you just never know. Cause why would they put him in there? If he already been there, why they relocating him? He been in there for a year. That don't make sense. But hopefully Maurice don't let him get him. Let him trick him into getting a deal or doing whatever it is. Whoever trying to set him up, who knows at this point. But excuse me. Let's see. Fatima says that Fatima makes it to Andy's house and they talking and stuff. Fatima says she doesn't want to get in between her and Karen, and Andy says too late, and Fatima's like, what, and all that stuff. And then she lets Andy want to know what happened. She want to know. She want to be nosy. This is why they get into trouble. Don't tell your business to these people. All this that just unfolded for no reason. Don't tell nobody your business. Duh. You just gotta tell. They don't ever learn, man. But Fatima ends up telling her that Zach was his house. He ain't doing his house, and then Andy was like, uh-oh. And she basically understand why she left and everything. And I said, technically, Fatima be saying her house too. Remember on Zatima when she was talking to his friend, and he was like saying, this is Zach's house. She's like, this is my house and everything. And I was like, y'all both forgetting it. It's y'all house or whatever. But they do say usually the woman is the one who said that's her house and tell him to sleep on the couch and everything. I said, technically, you ain't listening. There's no trust because he telling you he did not do nothing. And they telling you that they didn't send a picture and all this other stuff. Nobody's listening. But yeah, Andy tells Fatima not to let. Well, before that, she notices that the ring is off. And Fatima says she left it on the kitchen counter. And I say, yep, this ain't gonna work. Then Andy tells Fatima not to let Karen come in between her and Zach. And Karen walks in and says, yes, please don't. And on the preview, Andy telling them both she can be friends with them both. While Sabrina at Danny's house about to see Q. She at Danny's house and she notices the sheets and she's sniffing the sheets and stuff. And she's like, who's here? Who is it? And I said, oh, Lord, when they come out, ain't nothing they could do, really. At this point, now how they gonna get this man? How they gonna set him up? They could have set him up. That's what I'm curious about. How are they gonna get Q? This man gonna never pay for what he did. But yeah. What else did I want to say? I think that's what I wanted to talk about. The fact that she from the CQ and everything, and Danny's supposed to be disgusted and upset and everything. And now he gonna start taunting her at work because he loves taunting people. And I was like, man, listen. Then how she gonna feel when she find out this man Q be doing some of everything and everybody? Good thing she did have protection, cause ain't no telling what he got. But yeah, Sabrina about to catch him. What else did they show? Did they show Zach and Fatima talking? I think so. I'm not sure. But yeah, what would y'all rate this episode? It was okay. I hated the stuff that happened between Zach and Fatima because it's looking real toxic at this point. It's very much giving toxic and whatever. That's why I said the writers need to do better. I can't think of nothing else that I wanted to say besides that about Q about to get exposed. Andy setting them straight or whatever. And she gonna have to remove herself too, because like I said, in this case, I'm on Karen's side. I'm on Karen's side on this case, because you could have said because it did involve her and she was in the picture. She was in the picture. But I think that's everything I wanted to cover. If not, I'll just do a separate video, y'all. But yeah, thanks for listening as always. Thank y'all for supporting. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the conversation below. What y'all think about this episode? What did y'all want to see in regards to the Q thing? The Q and Danny. Are y'all disappointed in Danny because she tripping at this point? She gonna have to have a long look in the mirror at this point. But yeah, comment down below what y'all thought of this episode. Stay tuned for more. Until next time. Wait, before y'all go, don't forget to check out my story in the comment section. Not the comment section, the description below. Follow the link in the description to check out my mental health story. Until next time, deuces.